Hey there, friends, it's Miss Wendy, and today we are going to learn how to make a spin drum. Come on with me and I'll show you how. So in your tails and tails bag, you will find a DIY supply sheet that has supplies included and also supplies needed, and all of these other things. 2 chipboard circles, 1 length of yarn with 4 pony beads, 1 paper straw, tape, and a cat and a dog picture. And you'll also need markers or colored pencils or crayons, whatever you like to draw with. You'll definitely need some scissors and glue. You could either use a glue stick or liquid glue, and tape. All right, let's get started. So the first thing that we are going to do is string our beads. So open up your bag that has your length of yarn and your beads. And you'll see that on one side I have put a little bit of tape to make it easier to string the beads. So use the end with the tape. Just string your beads like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You have 4 pony beads. Okay, so now move those pony beads to what looks like the center of your string. Doesn't have to be exact right now. And bring the 2 ends of your yarn together. So the 2 ends are together and all of the beads are on the other side in a loop. Now with these 2 ends, what you're going to do is hold them in one hand. I have them in my dominant hand, and then the 2 ends in my dominant hand, and then I'm going to wrap around my other hand, okay, 3 of the fingers on my other hand. So I'm forming like an X. And then what I'm going to do, loosen that up a little bit, that X up here, and then put those ends through. So you're going to tie a knot. And just ease that knot up, 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 pushing it up with your non-dominant hand is how I'm doing it. Up, up, up toward the end, okay? So just push it up, 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 and you've made a knot. All right, good job. And you can trim that if you want a little bit, cut off the tape and the other one. All right, now you see where your knot is. Take this part. It's now in a little bit of a teardrop. Bring 2 beads on one side and 2 beads to the other side, leaving the knot in the middle, like that. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to grab one of our chipboard circles, and we'll just slide this under. And what we want to do is put this right in the center of our circle. And we're going to tape that on so that it stays in the center of our circle. It's dissecting our circle into 2 halves. Look at that. We have half on this side and half of the circle on the other side. So what we're going to do now is leave that here, grab our tape, and the tape I put on aluminum foil to try to make it easiest for you to use. So what we're going to do, actually we're going to move this up just a little bit for now, and so I can show you how to take off the tape. Each of the pieces of tape that I gave you has a little tab on it. So you'll be able to pull this part up, hold the aluminum foil really well because this is strong tape. That's why I gave it to you, really strong tape, and just pull, 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 pull until you get the tape off. All right, move your foil aside with your other piece of tape. We're going to use that later. And now bring your circle back. Again, keeping your yarn in the middle of the circle, showing two halves here. And we're just going to put the tape on right there so that it stays. And don't even worry about the tab. Okay, you can just leave the tab like that. All right, next thing, we're going to take our straw and unwrap your straw. All right, so this is where your straw is going to go. So you're gonna like make a T. Top of the T is the yarn and the bottom of the T is the straw. So grab your tape and again, be very careful to hold your foil and pull your tape off. And then what we want to do is again make that T. Do you see a T there? All right, so just tape your straw on so that it looks like a T. If you have a little bit coming off like I do here, the tab and this part right here, I'm just going to cut those things off. So I'm going to follow the shape of my circle. And then actually I'm just going to cut this off to make more room. And once I cut it a little bit, look, I can just pull it right off. All right, so I'm pulling off that tab. And now what we can do is, if you want, you can reinforce your tape with some more tape from home and put it at the edges of the circle, so on the bottom of the straw, and also maybe at the ends of the yarn to really hold that well in place. All right, and then if you have any excess like we did before, you can just put it onto the other side. That won't make a bit of difference, okay? So here we go. We're going to reinforce with some tape and then just go ahead and fold it over if you have a little bit of extra tape on the end, okay? All right, and I see a little bit here too. Just go ahead and fold it over. It's going to be covered up by your cat and your dog. And what we can do now is grab our other circle and cover up that circle there. Now, you can use tape, you can use glue. Let's do both. So I'm going to put a lot of glue on my circle here. All right. And you can just make sure to squish it down really well. And because it's going to take a little bit of time to dry, what I am going to do is tape this on. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my tape from home. And put tape on like that. Little pieces of tape to secure this spin drum while it's drying here. All right, so I think we did a good job in taping that so that it will stay while it's drying. And now we're going to put this part aside. And what you can do now is cut out the dog and the cat. What you're going to do is just follow this line around with your scissors. So you're cutting along that blue line to get a circle dog and a circle cat. Okay? If you want, you can cut these in half to make it a little easier to start. And just go ahead and cut out your dog and your cat. around that blue line. There's my dog. And there's my cat. And now you can color in your dog and your cat, and you can design the background any way that you'd like. Or if you want to get super creative, you can even draw your own cat and dog or whatever animals you'd like on the other side of the circle. Now, once you like your design and you wanted to move on to the next step, you can go ahead and turn over your design on your cat and your dog, bring over your spin drum, and just put glue on the back side of your animals. And then see the straw, that's the bottom. Where the straw comes out, that's the bottom. So I'm going to put my cat so that it's facing up. There we go, right on my spin drum there. And now on the other side, whoop, I'm ready to put my dog. I just have to put glue all over that circle. And again, you can use a glue stick, which I like, or you can use liquid glue is fine too. But remember to cap or close your glue. And now again, this is the bottom, so I'm going to put my dog's legs at the bottom of the spin drum. And that's it. You are ready to drum. Woohoo! Now when you're using your spin drum, if you go just in one direction, you don't get too many sounds out of it. You have to spin it one way and then the other way. So put it in between your hands and spin one way, the other way, one, the other, the other. And go as fast as you can. And when I first did this, sometimes I would see the dog and sometimes I would see the cat, even when I was spinning it. So maybe you can see the dog, maybe you can see the cat, maybe you can see both. Whoop, whoop. Ow. And remember to clean up after you're done. So I hope you enjoyed making this cat dog spin drum. And I hope you'll have hours of fun with it. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.